Welcome to the series of lecture on finite element analysis. In this part, we are going to see one more problem in Rayleigh-Ritz method. In the last part, we have solved a bar problem in Rayleigh-Ritz method. So, in this part, we are going to see a beam problem. And first, we are going to solve the beam problem using a polynomial trial function. And then, for the same problem, we will use the trigonometric trial function, and we will see the difference between these two. What are the difference in the results we are going to see. As we discussed in the last part, if you want to solve a problem in Rayleigh-Ritz method, we should know the expressions used for strain energy and work done. So these are the expressions for beam, right? For beam problem, we should know the strain energy expression U is equal to EI by 2 integral 0 to L d square W by dx square whole square dx, and integral 0 to L f naught W dx plus P W max. This is the work done. So work done, the first part refers to the work done due to the UDL. Second part is work done due to the point load acting over the beam. So now coming to an example problem, we'll take up a simple example. A simply supported beam subjected to a point load. So we are going to solve this problem using Rayleigh-Ritz method. So we are going to find the maximum deflection. So deflection at the center of a simply supported beam is nothing but the maximum deflection. So now for this given beam, we are going to apply the Rayleigh-Ritz method. So first we have to find the eligible trial function for this one. Based on this eligible trial function, we evaluate the strain energy and the work done. Then we will develop the equation for total potential energy. Then we will find the extreme condition for the total potential energy. So we'll go the one by one procedure. First step, evaluation of eligible trial function. So here we are assuming the second order polynomial trial function, because in the strain energy of beam we have a second order derivative d square W by dx square term. So we are using the second order polynomial here. Y is equal to a1 plus a2x plus a3x square. So now to make this general trial function into a eligible trial function, we have to apply the boundary conditions for the problem. So the given beam is a simply supported beam. So in the simply supported beam, the left end A, it is a hinged support, and right end B, it is a roller support. So at both supporting end, the deflection is 0. So at x equal to 0, y is 0. At x equal to L, y is equal to 0. So these two boundary conditions are used here to make this trial function into eligible trial function. So by using the first boundary condition x equal to 0, y equal to 0, we are getting a1 is equal to 0. The coefficient a1 becomes 0. Then when we use the second boundary condition x equal to L, y equal to 0, then we are getting the relationship between a2 and a3. A2 is equal to minus a3L. Now each boundary condition eliminates one unknown. So now finally the eligible trial function will have only one unknown, a3. So substituting a1 and a2 value, so the eligible trial function will be having a3 coefficient, then x square minus lx is the function of x. So this is the eligible trial function which is ready to solve the simply supported beam. So after knowing this eligible trial function, we are going to evaluate the strain energy and the work done. Let us see. So evaluation of the strain energy, the expression for strain energy we know, EI by 2 integral 0 to L d square y by dx square whole square dx. Now find the second order derivative of the eligible trial function. So y is equal to a3 x square minus lx. So dy by dx, a3 x square will become 2x, lx will become L. Then again differentiating, d square by dx square will be 2a3, because we will get L0, for 2x we will get only 2, so 2a3. So substituting this d square y by dx square in this expression u, then you will get the final strain energy expression u is equal to EI by 2 integral 0 to L 2a3 whole square dx. So on simplifying this, we will get u is equal to 2 EI a3 square L. So this is the expression for the strain energy. Now, in similar manner, we have to find the expression for the work done. So here only point load is mentioned in the problem. So we are considering the one part of the work done. W is equal to P into Y max. Here simply supported beam. So the maximum deflection will occur at the center of the beam. So Y max is nothing but the Y evaluated at x equal to L by 2. So now what is the expression for y? The eligible trial function is a3 x square minus lx. So in that expression we have to substitute x equal to L by 2. So by substituting x equal to L by 2, so we are getting like this: p multiplied by a3 L by 2 square minus L into L by 2. So on simplifying this, we are getting L square by 4 minus L square by 2. Finally, W expression is minus PA3 L square by 4. So this is the expression for the work done. So since there is no UDL is present, we are getting a expression in terms of only the point load P. After knowing this U and W expression, we have to form the total potential energy pi. So the pi is equal to U minus W. Since this is a structural problem, load is applied on the system, so we are using a negative sign for the work done. So U minus W. So substituting the expression for U as well as expression for the W. So we are getting the expression for the total potential energy 2EI A3 square L plus PA3 L square by 4. Now we have to find the extreme condition for this one, that is differentiating this pi with respect to A3 and equating to 0, going to give the solution for this problem. So for equilibrium condition, we know that the total potential energy should be minimum, right? So to how to find that minimum condition? For minimum potential energy, d pi or dou pi by dou a3 is equal to 0. Here only one unknown is there, so I'm using d. So d pi by dA3 is equal to 0. Pi already we have found out. So when you differentiate with respect to A3, so the first part will become 4EI A3L. Then second we have A3 term. So PL square by 4 alone will come. Then equate it to 0. And simplifying this, finally we will get expression for A3. So A3 is, we are getting minus PL by 16EI. So A3 is expressed in terms of constant P, L, E and I. Then after knowing this A3 value, we have to substitute this A3 in the y star of x. So minus PL by 16EI x square minus Lx. This is the solution for this simply supported beam. By substituting different values of x, we are able to find the deflection of the beam at different points. So this is the solution. So how to check this solution, whether this expression is correct or not? So for that we will do simple checking. So we know that maximum deflection of the simply supported beam occurs at the mid span. So x equal to L by 2. So substituting that, y max we will get A3 is minus PL 16EI, then x square L. Instead of x we have to substitute L by 2. So L by L square by 4 minus L square by 2 we are getting. And on simplifying this, finally we are getting the expression for maximum deflection as PL cube by 64EI. Here actual value or exact value for this simply supported beam is PL cube by 48 EI. So we are getting a approximate solution here because we use the trial function second order polynomial. If you want to increase the solution accuracy, we can increase the order of polynomial. So this is the way we can improve the solution accuracy. So by increasing the order of polynomial, if you increase the solution accuracy, that method is called the P refinement process. Now, so for the same problem, let us use a trigonometric trial function. We will try to find the solution, that is the maximum deflection of the simply supported beam. The same problem we am taking as a example 2. In this case, we are going to find the deflection at the center of the simply supported beam. Same procedure we are going to follow. Only difference is we are going to use a trigonometric trial function. So the first step we will see what is the difference. So considering the one term trigonometric trial function. So here y is equal to a sin pi x by L. Actually this one term trigonometric trial function itself, we can get a very good solution for this simply supported beam. But we can use a 2-term or 3-term trigonometric trial function also for improving the accuracy of the solution. Here for simplicity purpose, I am using only one term trigonometric trial function a sin pi x by L. Suppose if you want to use a 2-term trigonometric trial function, then it should be a1 sin pi x by L plus a2 sin 3 pi x by L. Like that we have to use. Now since we have only one coefficient a, this y equal to a sin pi x by L, this function going to be considered as a eligible trial function. Before declaring that it is a eligible trial function, we have to check with the boundary condition. So for this simply supported beam, what are the boundary condition? At x equal to 0, y equal to 0. Substitute in this way. In this expression, when you put x equal to 0 here, it will become sin 0, 0. So y becomes 0. Now substitute x equal to L. When you substitute x equal to L in this expression, then L will get cancelled, sin pi. So sin pi again 0. So y becomes 0. So the two conditions are satisfied. So this function, this trial function will become eligible trial function. So now we have to differentiate this eligible trial function 2 times for finding the strain energy term. So that differentiation I am doing here, dy by dx equal to a constant sin pi x by L will become cos pi x by L multiplied by pi by L, the coefficient of x, that is pi by L. And differentiating second time d square y by dx square, again a pi by L and cos pi x by L will become minus sin pi x by L, then multiply by pi by L. So we are getting minus a pi square by L square sin pi x by L. So this d square y by dx square can be substituted in the expression of strain energy. So this is the strain energy expression, u is equal to ei by 2, the same expression, 0 integral 0 to L d square y by dx square whole square dx. So here we are substituting the d square y by d square what we have calculated. So it is minus a pi square by L square sin pi x by L whole square dx. So compared to the polynomial trial functions, operating with the trigonometric trial function is somewhat difficult. That is why most of the softwares, not most of the software, all the softwares are using only the polynomial trial function. Even though the trigonometric trial function will give better solution accuracy, but it is operating with trigonometric trial function is very integration, differentiation, everything is very difficult. That is why the trigonometric trial function is not used by these softwares. Now when you substitute this d square y by dx square, then you have to square it. So squaring is this one, a square pi power 4 L power 4. So we are taking outside a square pi to the power 4 L power 4, and then remaining a by 2 is there. Then integral sin square pi x by L dx. So there is no standard formula for sin square x, integration sin square x. So we have to use the cos 2x formula. So cos 2x is equal to 2 sin square x, 1 minus 2 sin square x. So we are using that formula. So sin square x is equal to 1 minus cos 2x by 2. So we can use this one. So sin square pi x by L will be replaced like this. 1 minus cos 2 pi x by L divided by 2. Okay, that will be used here. So this is the constant. Then inside the integration 1 by 2, 1 minus cos 2x, right, 2 pi x by L dx. Then you can take this 2 also outside integration. So this 2 will become 4 pi power 4 ei a square by 4 L power 4. And here integral 1 becomes x, then integral cos, right, integral cos is plus sign, so minus minus, then cos becomes sin 2 pi x by L divided by the coefficient of the x, because it is integration, so divided by 2 pi by L. So now after integration we have to apply the limit of this one. So limit is varying from 0 to L. So when you apply 0 lower limit, these both term will be 0, x is 0, sin 0. So you need not worry about this one. When you apply the upper limit L, it will become L minus sin 2 pi L by L. So you will get sin 2 pi. So sin 2 pi, that is also 0. So you'll get simply only L after substituting the limit. You see L minus 0, L by 2 pi, this denominator, sin 2 pi minus sin 0. So this term becomes 0. You'll get only L out of this term. So pi for EI divided by 4 L cube, 1 L will get cancelled into A square. So this is the expression for the strain energy by using the trigonometric polynomial. So now let us see what will happen for the work done. So now work done, since we have only point load, expression for work done is P into Y max. So Y max, we know that when you evaluate the deflection at x equal to L by 2, that will be the maximum deflection. So A sin pi x by L, we have to replace x by L by 2. So when you put L by 2, so you will get a sin pi by 2 which is equal to 1. So maximum deflection will be P into A. When you use the trigonometric polynomial function, you can compare with the polynomial and the trigonometric trial function. Now after getting this U and W, we have to go for total potential energy pi. So pi is equal to U minus W. So substitute the expression for U, pi power 4 EI by 4L cube A square minus PA. So here already I told you why we are using my negative sign, because it is a structural problem. Load is acting on the system. So we are using the negative sign. So now you know the pi value. So we have to differentiate this pi with respect to A and equate it to 0. That condition will give you the minimum potential energy, right? So for equilibrium, let us say for equilibrium this total potential energy should be minimum. So for finding the minimum condition, we are going to differentiate this pi with respect to A and equating to 0. d pi by dA, since we have only one unknown, I am using the d symbol. d pi by dA is equal to pi to the power 4 EI divided by 2L cube A minus P equal to 0. So here A square become 2A, P here A become 1. So finally we are getting the expression for A is equal to 2PL cube by pi power 4 EI. This is EI, pi power 4 EI. So now substituting this expression in the final expression y star of x, which is equal to 2PL cube divided by pi power 4 EI sin pi x by L. So this is the expression for deflection of a simply supported beam by using the trigonometric trial function. So now we can check the solution whether this expression is correct or not. For that we are going to use the maximum deflection of the beam. So for simply supported beam, already we know maximum deflection occurs at x equal to L by 2 at that is the center of the beam. So y star of x 2p L cube by pi 4 EI sin pi, here when you substitute x equal to L by 2, so you will get a sin pi by 2, sin pi by 2 will become 1. So finally you will get the expression PL cube EI, this is I. So pi power 4 divided by 4 will be equal to, so pi power 4 divided by 2 will give you 48.7. Comparing with the exact solution is 48 EI, PL cube by 48 EI. So now we started with a one term trigonometric trial function. So for that one term function, we are getting the solution very close to the accurate solution. This is the advantage of the trigonometric trial function. So trigonometric trial function will give more accurate solution than the polynomial trial function, but what is the drawback here is the operating the trigonometric trial function, that is differentiation and integration, become very tedious process. That is why we are not preferring the trigonometric trial function for practical applications. So most of the software also using only polynomial trial function to define the to solve the structural and as well as non-structural problem. Thank you for your passion listening.